to hear, we have to keep that also in mind. This is what is called pitching. So, what are the things which we have to keep in mind? Yes, we need to follow the outline. Whatever we have to do, please take your notepad, your notebook, everything. Everything should be written in that. You should be knowing your product well. You have to speak very clearly and slowly as if you've got lots and lots of time to do that. Should not be in a hurry. Yes, you have to be persuasive. You have to be positive and put in that edge. Be persuasive means focus on the features, focus on the things which that product gets for you, and keep persuading the customer by reiterating those points, because the customer needs to be reassured again and again whatever he is buying is the right thing. Record yourself. Now remember, sometimes you need to record yourself also before you actually go in front of the audience. How does it sound? And yes, keep practicing. Remember, don't make it complicated by adding unnecessarily technical things. Focus on the things which the customer will be able to understand. Don't use too much of technical terms, which is called jargons, that will confuse the customer. Never ignore the audience. Keep the audience in front of you. And yes, you have to control your pitch. Pitch is very, very, very important. Now, how to create a product pitch? First of all, it is very important to focus on the proper research, right? Diligent research is very, very important. For example, if you're creating any kind of product, or rather, you have to present that product in front of others, it has to be understood by you very well. Yeah. So for example, you should be able to differentiate between the features and the benefits. That is very, very important, guys. It is very important to focus on the features as well as the benefits, right? What are the features? For example, if you're talking about a smartphone, we have to concentrate on what are the features like 12 MP camera, 5G connectivity, and 6.5-inch display. And what are the benefits? It captures high quality photos that are sharp and vibrant, allowing users to preserve memories. Then 5G net connectivity benefits, faster internet speeds, also quick downloads and smooth streaming. If it is a 6.5-inch display, yes, you'll get a better screen, clear screen. That is very good for watching movies and playing games. So these things have to be divided. You have to be able to think what is the feature, what is the benefit, and how the customer will be able to understand through that. And whatever pitching you are doing, the customer should be able to figure it out. Yes, this particular product is meant for. So you have to first understand yourself, what exactly the proper research is. That includes what is your audience, which is very important. What are the market trends? Yes, what is something which the customer needs? And then you also have to keep in mind what the competitors are doing. Yes, competitor scrutiny is also very important. That will help us to understand the insights. Where are the gaps? How will your product fill in that particular position? So yes, homework is needed the maximum out here. Then yes, it's very important how you will communicate. Communication is very, very important. So remember, why do you think communication is important? What do you mean by communication, girls? Yes. Same.
Communication is to communicate with others, to able to express what we want to convey.
We want to convey. So why do you think I have written this point out here? Yes, Pallavi.
Ma'am, putting out, putting across your point very clearly to
Uh-huh.
the matlab, other person.
Yeah.
Whatever, like here we are talking about sales. So whatever our product is, so we should be able to clearly explain the product, its benefits, what are matlab, its benefits and everything. to the customer in a way that he or she understands it.
It is the, yes, Pallavi, that's a very good point. I would say good for you. But remember, it is the game of war of words, how you put it across. Like, for example, if you have to say, talk about a laptop,
Hmm.
instead of saying this laptop has 16 GB of RAM, you can always say this laptop allows you to run multiple applications simultaneously without slowing down, improving your productivity.
Yeah. Mm.
It
Yes.
is the war game,
Mm.
the way you put it. You know, even when we are at home, we should, whenever sometimes we want to ask something from our parents or someone, we really have to think before we speak. Similarly, here also, keeping in mind what exactly the product is, how you present it. So instead of saying 16 GB RAM, and he will not understand.
Mm.
But when you make it in a very layman language, he will be able to understand that. That is very important. So remember, articulation is important. The right choice of words are important. First of all, we need to have loads and loads of patience because there are different kind of customers in this market, right? And sometimes they can, really eat your head. What is this? What is this? Some person will blindly follow you. Some person will not be easily convinced. So you have to focus on all these things and be very, very patient, right? So remember this, that we have to very much focus on the words, whatever we have to say. That is very, very, very important, and elaborate very well. For example, if you're talking about the design, you can use nice words. It's a lightweight design. It's made like this. If I'm talking about a laptop, right? So, for example, if I'm talking about the laptop and it is only 1.5 pounds or kgs, pounds, and it is made of durable, lightweight material, using the words, right, Pallavi? Then you can carry it anywhere if you want to. It's portable. It will not burden you. And what will be your pitch application? Our product's lightweight design means you can effortlessly take it with you wherever you go. Whether you're traveling for a business or you're just moving around the house, it is light. You'll hardly notice it. So the specs are, it is 1.5 and it is durable and lightweight. But the way he spoke in front of the customer was rather when the way he pitched it, it was so creative. So look for those creative sentences and words. That is something which is very, very, very important. Anjali, are you understanding?
Yes.
Yeah. So other things could be something like, noise cancelling headphones. For example, if I say the headphones, I'm going to give you this is the next point, which is very important, USP, which I will be explaining to you. Write down this word, USP. Now, how would you communicate? Yes, you should be able to identify what the customer is facing at that point. What are the problems he is facing in that particular time? And then you can present your product as an ideal situation to this problem. So focus on the product's features with benefits and pitch it very well, keeping in mind your words, right? The most important is don't just go automated mode. Don't be mechanical. Go beyond that. They should see that you have done your research well and you really want us to buy that product because he himself feels passionate about it. The passion should be seen for that product. So just what I want to tell you, Pallavi, is rat ke nahi jana, samajh ke jana, passion ke saath jana, so that that person will be able to connect with that product and what you're trying to say effectively. If it's very easy to use, learn it by heart, but it's very difficult because when you learn something by heart, it's like a parrot speaking without any emotions. But we want emotions also. That is something which you have to keep in mind. Yes. For example, our app helped company X reduce the customer service response time by 40%, resulting in increased customer satisfaction. So remember, you can also use examples, customers' examples, testimonials to substantiate your product. Anjali, so for that, you need to do your homework well, because there will be different kind of people with whom you will be interacting with. But at least you should have the material ready with you. Some people will be wanting testimonials, some people will be focusing on the features, some people will be focusing on how beneficial it would be. So different people, different demands, but you have to be ready with it. Now, always remember, a particular customer needs have to be kept in mind. A successful pitch is always customer centric. It is, remember, audience is the guru, customer is the guru, and it is revolving around the customers. It should not only focus how the product can solve the specific problem, but it also should show that it will be very, very beneficial for you in the long run. Remember, different customers have different needs, so your pitch should not be the same for everyone. So what I want to tell you is, be flexible. Like when we tell the candidates to prepare their resumes in a very flexible way. Similarly, whenever you are pitching someone, every customer is different. So remember, you have to be very, very flexible while talking to them. Now, how to address the customer address? Remember, first of all, it is very important to understand the demographics, from where do they come from, and then you have to personalize the message. If you're pitching to a tech savvy audience, emphasize on the technical superiority of that product. If your audience is valuing cost effectiveness, follow that yes, it is value for money. And how it will be value for money, you can concentrate on the features and the benefits. That is something which you can do. Yes. Never use too much of complicated words. Make it very simple. Don't use overly technical terms. It should be very, very simple. And also, make it a point to ask that person. I can explain to you in two languages. If you want, I can explain it to you in Hindi or in English, or if you're in a particular region where you speak Marathi, Malayalam and all, you can ask them. I can explain it to you in that also. So remember, use whatever language that customer feels comfortable in. Just don't stick to one language. Remember that. Anjali, understanding? Yes. Directly connect the features to the problems the customer faces. For example, if you're pitching a new CRM system, you might also say this tool helps you manage customer interactions more effectively, reducing churn and increasing customer loyalty. So the words have to be chosen very, very carefully. So yes, communication is a must, keeping in mind the customers. Now, you should be able to differentiate them from the competitors. Yes, there are so many things in this market, and most of the companies are producing the same product. But yes, how your product is different from others, you should be able to focus on that. For that, it is very, very important to focus on what features your particular product has and how is it different from the competitors. So remember, here you're going to focus on a very important point called USP. Have you heard about this word, USP? Unique selling proposition or unique selling point. Why is it important, Anjali?
It's important because the means upgrade the selling in growth in vast criteria. The selling will be happen. That's why.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Pallavi.
Um, Ma'am, does it means that what is the how our product is different from what is unique in our product that is enhancing the customer usage?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll help you out there. So, for
Mm.
example, you have these noise canceling headphones, right?
Mm.
First, I heard about that. So, your
Yeah.
USP of that headphones are our headphones are the only one on the market that combines superior noise cancelling technology with 40 hours of battery life.
Hmm.
This is your USP.
Okay.
That may not be happening with the competitors' headphones.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
it?
Yeah, ma'am.
This is your USP.
Mm.
So, explanation means most competitors might offer of noise cancelling features, but the combination of industry leading noise cancellation feature and an extended battery life is something which your product has. The other product doesn't have it. Got it? So, this particular USP is very, very appealing to the customers who need long lasting performance without frequent charging. Anjali, you getting it? So yes, know the USP of your product. That is very, very important. So how can you pitch it also? In a very sweet way. Unlike other noise cancelling headphones that needs to be recharged after just a few hours, ours give a uninterrupted 40 hours of playback, perfect for long flights or extended work sessions. Now this is your pitch for that product, keeping in mind the USP of that. So the USP of a product is very essential. You have to know that. That is something which you need to do your homework well. So right? So it is very important to focus on how does your product stand out. This could be a superior technology, better customer service, a lower cost, or unique feature that the competitors lack. Remember, focus on the aspects like what I just said, competitors cannot match. Focus on the things like, for example, unlike our competitors, our product offers a built-in AI that learns from user behavior to provide personalized recommendations. Then you have to compare it with competitors. Remember, don't make the competitor looks bad. You are comparing, but just keep in mind the features, right? For example, compare your product directly with the competitor's product and show how it performs better in that particular key areas. Anjali, remember, do not malign. Don't give bad name to the competitors. Just focus on the features. You can compare it, but please don't make a bad name of that person or that company or that product. Keep that in mind. Do healthy comparing, not unhealthy comparing. That is something you guys have to keep in mind. Keep making notes, guys. Now, this is a very important point which I have given you, that do not malign any competitor's product. Now, also concentrate on social proof. Yes, you should be ready with the testimonials. You should have awards, reports, or reviews how your particular product has been faring in the market. Bottom line is they need proof how your product is behaving in the market. So, how will you show it? By showing the testimonials of the customers. And that is something which is very, very important. Your awards, the reviews. So, keep all those things together so that you can show it to the customer. Ultimate goal, is to persuade the customer. And how will he be persuaded? By showing him all these things first, the testimonials, awards, and then showing the product pitching it, and then convincing the customer to take action. Be a little assertive on that. Shall I go for a demo for this? Okay, should I call you up tomorrow? Is it okay if I call you tomorrow? The follow-up meeting is also very important. Persuasion is another point of selling, which you have to keep in mind. Right? Now, how to persuade? Build a connection. It is very important to first have a good rapport with the audience. Got it? Audience rapport is a must. You can't force the audience. You can just persuade that person. For that, you need to have some kind of a good connection with that audience, right? You can use, good persuasive techniques, like what I just mentioned. Say, only few units are left. Please do it quickly. This particular thing is going to end today. There's a very good discount going on it. After a few days, you will not get that discount. Then you can also show your social proof that over 10,000 people are very satisfied with this particular product. And you can also show a little bit of authority that it is recommended by industry experts, so that you can create a nice credibility and urgency in that. So there are different kind of persuasive techniques which you can use and incorporate to persuade a customer. Is it clear to everyone? Now, this is another way of asking. Is it clear?
Yes.
All right, Pallavi. ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. Now, always remember, you can, like what I'm just saying, I'm reiterating it. You can create a sense of urgency. You can always encourage immediate action by offering limited discounts. Yes, everybody wants discounts. You can even go for bonuses. You can also concentrate, if you miss this, what will happen? This is a very potential opportunity. Go for it. Go for it. Create that urgency. And don't leave the customer guessing about the next steps. You can always be clear. I would like to come and give you a free trial. Can I give you a time right now, or can I schedule it for you right now? So prompt that customer. Don't leave that customer for a while. Anjali, the main idea is, after you have done your pitching, be after him. It should not be that you just leave him like that. No, you need to keep cajoling him that yes, you have to do this. So remember, all these steps are like interconnected. Now, as I told you earlier, very important to understand what exactly your product is. And you should be able to understand what are the features and what are the benefits of that, right? Features are generally the specific attributes. They have made it very clear for you people. Specific components, what are the attributes and characteristics of that product. And these are mostly the technical aspects and what is the facts related to that product. Benefits क्या होते हैं उस particular चीज के साथ, with the help of those features, how is it helping you benefit? That is the meaning of benefit. Remember, features and benefits, they play hand in hand role. They go together. Right, Anjali? Good features, good benefits. I really like the way you are hearing it, Anjali. You're writing every point. Very good. I'm sure everyone else is also doing, but I can only see her. So, when it comes to, again, I'm telling you, unique selling propositions, and just a recap. Remember, it is something which makes your product different and better than your competitors. And what kind of extra benefits your product is giving as compared to the competitors will play a critical factor in a customer's decision-making process. So remember, it play around USP also. That's very important to analyze the gaps where your product is better than the competitor's product. What you can offer, what others cannot. So remember this, guys, this point. What you can offer that they cannot. This could be a unique feature, a superior customer experience, or a more attractive price point. So always focus on this. So keep these 4, 5 things very important, guys. The 5 W's and why, and 1 H. Why, what, where, how. And I'll just show it to you guys. Just a minute. And just write this down. Yeah. So remember, guys, the 5 W's. Who, what, where, when, why, how. Right? These are called 5 W's and 1 H. 5 W's and 1 H. Remember this, that whenever you are focusing on everything, keep in mind all these things. How is your product different? Who is the competitor? What is the unique selling feature? Why is it beneficial? So keep all those things in mind and then prepare your pitching and convincing. Is it clear to everyone? Yeah. Hmm. Yes. So this was something about USP. Now, the next. Remember, very important point. Your USP should align with your target audience, which is very, very important. And it should be clear and straightforward. It should be able to convey whatever your product's advantage is there so that the customer is able to retain it. So keep 2, 3 things very important: the target audience and how it should be clear and straightforward and how it will be advantageous for them. So focus on these 3 very important points. Now, additional considerations, what you should keep in mind. One is be informed about any changes or updates to that product, which is very, very important. If a new feature is added or a new existing one has improved, understand how it has improved that particular product and its benefits. For example, if your software update is done in your phone, how it will improve the battery life. This particular benefit should always be highlighted in your pitch. Your pitch should evolve around the product. Product evolution takes place every now and then, but you should be well informed about that. The idea is keep yourself updated. Yes. Now, the other thing which is very important is that every customer has different kind of needs. So you have to be very, very flexible in pitching. Remember, a business professional might go for a long battery life of a laptop, while a student will be focusing on the affordability. Be prepared to emphasize on different benefits based on the audience, right? Also, be very consistent with your messages. Understand the features and benefits. As I told you earlier, benefits and the businesses, they go, and the benefits, they go together. So make sure that they are balanced. This also ensures that customer-facing staff communicate the same kind of propositions, right? Reinforcing your product strength in the market. That is also very, very important. Now, the next thing which is very, very important is the SWOT analysis of your product. Now, what is SWOT and why is it important? Anjali, why do you think SWOT analysis is important?
Because it's tell about the product strength, what is the quality of products, and again then it's a weakness, then how it's better than other products, all these things I think.
Very nice. So I will say to some extent it is very good. So I'll just help you out and guide you out here to
Mhm.
make it more clear, right? So
Mhm.
SWOT analysis is nothing but it is very crucial, right? I'll put it in a very simple way. It is when pitching a product, it provides a clear, structured evaluation of the product's current standing and potential in the market. That is why we should always do the SWOT analysis of that product. It is very, 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 very important. Got it? So let us do a little bit of studies on that. How to identify strengths, unique features. So for example, first of all, write down the meaning of the SWOT. That is strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So how would you identify unique features? What features does your product have that the competitor do not have it? For example, a smartphone with built-in thermal camera, right? Then comes your brand reputation. If your brand is well regarded, this can be a major strength. That is brand. Customer prefer your product because they trust your brand. So brand reputation is very, very important. Then comes customer loyalty. A strong customer base is also very important. And then the material which they have used to make that particular product. That is also very, very important. So the major things are unique features, brand reputation, customer loyalty, high quality materials. All right, so let's do an example on that. So since all the examples can't come in the PPT, no, so I write it down. Right, Anjali? All right. So when we talk about a product called high-end fitness tracker, okay, we are talking about a fitness tracker which is high-end. High-end means expensive one. So what are the strengths? It includes features like ECG, SPOT monitoring, and sleep analysis that is more advanced than most of the competitors. Strong brand reputation because it is known for durable and reliable fitness products like Firebolt, like Boat, like Noise. Then it provides long battery life. So guys, even I'm wearing, so if I really have to talk about this product, I am wearing one. I'm wearing a smartwatch by Firebolt. It has long battery life. It provides me everything what I just said right now. It gives me my heartbeat. It gives me my sleep analysis. And sometimes no, I have also put a particular feature wherein it shows my blood pressure. So yes, and it has long battery life. Plus it's a brand, right? So yes, this is the strength of this. But if I have to talk about the weakness part, sometimes I feel that these watches are not that compatible with iPhones. They are more compatible with the Android phones. But they are really working on it. And I'm using it with iPhone. So this is how you have to work on, like, so long battery life is also something like this particular fitness tracker provides you 2 weeks of battery life on a single charge, which is superior to many, many trackers. So one more particular example I can give you, Apple's iPhone, which it concentrates on the sleek design and it is user interface is quite intuitive and the music and the phone and internet is everything is in one particular device, and it is far more superior than the Androids. And the best thing which they can pitch in is that they don't hang. Right? So this is how you can concentrate on the strengths of that product. Is it clear to everyone? You want more examples? Angie, girls,
And
Yes, ma'am.
one more for
Give
clearing.
some more example, ma'am.
you want more examples? You give me more
Mm,
examples, Neha.
I'm not getting the point, ma'am.
The point
That's
is how your product, Sneha, is different from others. How does it provide you a better facility and better feature as compared to others? That is called strength. Is it clear, Sneha?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Anjali, any other example would you like to give?
No, ma'am, not from my side.
Anyone else? Yes, Manisha.
Ma'am, it is more like Samsung and Apple.
Yes. So, what is the strength of a Samsung and what is
Samsung's, ma'am, the basic like both have the same thing, but the market proposition Apple has and the Samsung has both in the different like both are mobile companies, both are USPs in their fields. Their handsets have better recognition in the market.
Yes, Manisha, but I'll tell you one thing. The strength of a Samsung phone would be that it is catering all kind of audience.
Right, right, right.
But
And Apple is in
the
cream market.
weakness for
It's different than
iPhone is that it is not catering every kind of market.
right,
So
ma'am,
here,
right.
Samsung has a better chance, right?
Yes,
That is,
right.
have you understood now? Girls, have you understood how you have to focus on the strengths and the weakness of a product? Pallavi has understood. Others,
Yes, yes, ma'am. I'm getting the points.
now you got the point. Cool. Now, guys, just give me a second. The lights have just turned out. Just give me 1 sec. Yeah. So remember that how your product is there in the market right now. What is it doing? You have to concentrate on that. Now, is it clear, Anjali? Sneha? Now, Sneha, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The next point is weaknesses. Now, we should also be able to identify weaknesses. That is very important. For example, if your product is more expensive than others, it will be detrimental for the cost sensitive customers, right? If your product is not widely available in that certain region, this would limit your market penetration. If your product has lot of um, things to learn in that, right, then customer will not be able to understand. So it will lead to lower satisfaction. And there are certain features which your product lacks. This can be your weakness. So this is how you're going to identify the weaknesses. For example, Anjali, when we were talking about the high-end fitness tracker, right? So what are the weaknesses of that? Priced higher than most of the other fitness trackers. It is more expensive, which may be a barrier for some customers. Then the product only comes in two colors and it has a lot of less customization options. The other competitors' products have more customization. Anjali means it has more of dial faces, it has got more of the other options which generally you want in a watch. इसमें सिर्फ थोड़े हैं and you just have two color options.
Color of
And to learn and understand the advanced features, everybody cannot understand. So it's not very easy to use that watch. So this is the weakness of that watch. So what I want to tell you is everything has good points and bad points. So you should be able to identify in your particular product what are the strengths and what are the weaknesses of that product, so that it will be very easier. It will be easier what kind of audience you have to concentrate on, how you have to pitch in, keeping in mind all those things. Maybe uh, when a particular product has very complex features which everybody cannot understand, you can go for more technologically driven customers. So that ways it will help you to choose how you have to pitch it, keeping in mind the strengths and the weaknesses. That is very, very important. Now remember, yes, opportunities are very important. For example, I'm talking about the same product, that fitness watch. The best is opportunities. It is moving into more of the markets. It is concentrating in more of the health industry and fitness, and concentrating in places like Southeast Asia or Africa and India, targeting corporate wellness programs. Companies always look to improve employee health, could be a new customer segment. Integration with healthcare providers, partnership with the healthcare providers to offer the tracker as a part of your wellness package. So, Anjali, strengths, keeping in mind the weaknesses. Now, keeping in mind the same product with strengths and weakness and looking for the opportunities in the market. Got it? This is how we have to do the SWOT analysis of that product. For example, we have this car, Honda City, and they have come up with sedan. The strength is the brand. It's an old one, it's a trusted one, everyone loves it. Weakness, nowadays it doesn't fit in, because most of the people, they prefer SUVs. Opportunities, you can focus in smaller cities, you can focus this with ladies, they prefer sedans also, right? So this is how you can focus on different particular features, keeping in mind the features of the product, and focus on SWOT. Now, this was about the opportunities, right? That is how you have to expand new customer segments, how the new technology can be incorporated into this, and lots of partnerships. Now comes the most important thing, threats. Yes, you have so many threats. You have so many competition. So same thing, Anjali. Guys, I'm only taking Anjali's name because she's the only one who has turned on a camera. So don't take me wrong in that. So threats. The same tracker, Anjali. There's a lot of competition. New entrants are also there in this, which is offering us at a less price, right? There is a lot of economic uncertainty. That is also lead to a lot of problems. Then new health data privacy that can limit the tracker collects, how the tracker collects and stores user data. So keeping in mind the threats, keeping in mind your weaknesses, strengths, and opportunities, you have to move your product in a way which you want, and the customer should be able to understand that. And you can be able to convince that. But before that, it is very important to understand, dissect your product very well. Understand that it is very important to understand where your product stands at this point of time. Right? The thing is, it is these days very difficult to convince the customers. Is it clear to everyone? Anji, any doubts? Guys? All right. The next question that comes up is customer segmentation. Can anybody tell me what exactly customer segmentation means? Yes, Anjali?
Different kind of customer.
Mhm.
It's my opinion. I think so. That's customer segmentation is different kind of customers, higher higher level, lower level, middle level. That's it.
Yes, it is like collecting process of collecting whatever consumer and business market into subgroups of consumers known as segments based on certain characteristics. Like for example, demographic. What is demographic? Girls, what is demographic?
Demographic
A-
is a way how means a group of people
Okay,
age,
then what
gender,
based.
age, gender. Yes, geographic.
income, education,
Geographic.
occupation.
Geographic would be
Uh, it is actually based on the location, like country, region, city, or neighborhood, the
yes.
division of the customers.
And what is psychographic?
Um, I think it's the lifestyle, values, attitudes, interest.
And your behavior.
Yeah,
I'll give you a very small
easy.
example. Thank you, Beena, for that. It was very, very informative and insightful. Okay,
Okay.
I'll give you a small example, girls. When you go towards north, people love to spend a lot of money. They will buy big cars. They will spend a lot of money on, other stuff. They don't mind buying a new iPhone at a blink of an eye. But as you start going down towards south, most of the people, they love to not to spend money on these things. They love to spend money on something different things. Like most of the women out in south, they will love to go for gold jewelry. Yes, and they don't believe in too much of showing off. I'll be putting it that way. In north, it is more of showing off. Like when you go towards east, totally the things totally change. They're more of, they don't get that kind of environment of going for all those things. They have other preferences. Every preferences means they have to survive. The livelihood is there. There are other things which they have to focus on, because staying in mountains is not a very easy thing. You go towards Rajasthan, similarly, it is a different story. So every particular region has its own originality. So it is very important to focus on understanding that and then concentrate on the marketing strategies. I'll tell you a small incident. Maggie. Maggie, they wanted to penetrate into the market in South. What they did, they made small Maggie packets, 5 rupees, right? On that, they used to even write down their language, like it was sometimes it was in Malayalam, sometimes it was in Telugu, whatever, to penetrate into the market. And they were focusing, they were targeting the young children and the mothers. So they were smart, keeping in mind what exactly that region needs. So yes, guys, customer segmentation plays a very, very important role in understanding how we have to go about in strategizing our products. How do we have to think about the persuasive methodologies and how to understand the customer in a better way. So yes, customer segmentation plays a very, very important role. I'll give you an example. So how you have to conduct customer segmentation. First of all, gather data from your customers from various sources, including sales records, website analytics, customer surveys, and social media interactions. If you see, we also get them sign these forms, okay, to know their preferences in a better way. For example, a company might use CRM software to track customer purchase history, website behavior, and social media engagement to understand their needs and preferences. So don't think you are totally staying in one place. Everything nowadays is clear. It's very easy to reach out to the customers because it all everything is these days, the technology has advanced so much that they also, if you have noticed one thing, you also tend to get calls based on your buying history. Go for this. If you buy something on Instagram, you'll start getting more and more posts related to that. Okay, you can think about this. You can think about this. So your preferences is quite black and white. It is nothing is hidden. right? So this is how you will focus on the collecting the data from the customers. Now, then the next part is identify segmentation criteria. Please write it down. The next point is segmentation criteria. Choose the criteria that is relevant to your business and market, right? And it is a combination of all the features. For example, an online streaming service might segment customers based on their habits, behavioral, and location to recommend the content that suit their preferences. For example, Anjali, I watch Netflix and I'm more keen to watch mystery no mystery movies, thriller movies. Based on what I'm watching, they start showing you more content based on that, right? So this is called identifying segmentation criteria. Next is create customer profiles, which is very important. For example, you should have a car manufacturer might create profiles such as urban commuters who needs compact, fuel efficient cars. And then he can also go for adventure seekers who wants SUVs and other different cars. So he is divided into two parts. One is urban commuters who want fuel efficient cars, and the ones who wants adventure. They want a more expensive and they don't care much about fuel, right? So this is how they can create customer profiles. Then you can always analyze everything. For example, a retail chain will analyze shopping patterns to ensure budget shoppers and luxury shoppers. They both are different. So they should be able to identify and analyze what kind of customers, what kind of shopping they do, right? And this will also help us to target specific market strategies. They say no that whatever we are buying, the people are closely watching us. And then you have to tailor your strategies according to the product message, how you have to strategize everything based on different kind of segments. This is how you work on customer segmentation. Is it clear, guys? Yes. So remember why customer segmentation is important. It helps you to target and understand the specific needs and preferences of different kind of segments. And it also effectively makes our engagement more stronger and conversion rates is also stronger. It helps us to personalize a customer experience. You know, the other day I was watching it. See, since we are trainers, so we watch a lot of things. I had gone to Bose. You must have heard about Bose speakers. Now, Bose speakers are one of the most expensive ones in the market. And a shopkeeper, I would say a salesperson, is able to understand and gauge who is going to buy that, who is just come here to see. And they have the strategies ready according to the customer. And I was watching that, Anjali. It was very amusing. So there were two customers who came. One of them was a bit well dressed and he was asking a lot of things on that. And it seems that he wanted to buy that. And another guy he wanted to know more about it. But it was evident that he was not very keen for it. So the strategies for him was different. The strategies for that guy was different, depending on what the customer needs. So it's very interesting. Yes. Accordingly, if we talk about the customer segmentation, guys, it's very important to understand one very important thing, that you will be allocating your resources accordingly to the customer. And yes, it will also help us to understand what a customer needs and how what the competitor is not able to give, our product can able to give. So remember, all these things comes under customer segmentation. Now, remember tailoring the pitch, how you will use your pitch. Remember, always understand one very important rule. Guys, write it down in your book. Why am I pitching? What is the need for me to pitch? What should be the end result? That is very important. So when you are pitching your product or pitching to the audience, remember these 3 points. Why am I pitching? What is the need for me to do that? What I have to tell the audience? And what will I gain out of that? These 3 things are very, very important when you pitch it to the audience. Is it clear, Anjali? Yes. So remember, always research your audience. That is very, 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 very important. Yes. Customize your messages for each audience. Remember, the benefit is very important with the unique problems. Always have a good tone. Don't be too casual with everyone and don't be too formal with everyone. Change your tone according to your audience. For the tech savvy people, you can use more of technical details. For others, you can keep the language simple and focus on the views. Remember that. These are the things which you have to keep in for the pitching. Now, before I go on to this, just write down a few very important things. Let me give you a few examples first. Guys, girls, do you want examples for customer segmentation? How many of you want it? I think Anjali needs, and others?
Yes, ma'am. We need it.
All right. So let us take up Apple first. Apple targets high income professionals who value premium products and are ready to pay quality and innovation. And they also target individuals like designers and musicians with products like MacBook and iPad Pro. They are considered to be tools for creativity. Similarly, Nike. Nike is based on behavior of athletes versus casual users. They tailor their products and marketing campaigns accordingly. Now, they also have a lot of fitness enthusiasts as well as fashion conscious customers. So, keeping all these people in mind, they tailor their product lines and marketing campaigns accordingly, such as promoting high performance gear to athletes and stylish sneakers to fashion forward customers. What I will do after this class, I will give a handout to Avneet so you can use these examples to understand that better. Is it okay? You want handouts or not? So quiet class. Sometimes I wonder, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes. So have you understood with the examples, Anjali, how they are segmented? Now, what are the effective pitch techniques? The number one is storytelling. Now, what exactly is storytelling? It is a powerful technique. You can write down if you want. It is a powerful technique that makes your pitch more engaging and relatable. It also helps your audience visualize the benefits of your product in a real world context. Like what I am doing today. I'm creating stories while speaking to make you understand in a more engaging way. So that is very, very important. It is not necessary to scream and speak in a fast way. It is very important to focus on how you have to speak engagingly. That engagement is a must. How will you talk about storytelling? You can create a story around that, right? And see how that particular product will show you a solution. And you can use characters so that the customers are able to identify with it, right? For example, meet Sarah, a business professional who struggled to find time for the gym. With our app, she can now fit in quick, effective workouts during her lunch break, helping her stay fit without disrupting her schedule. This kind of stories you can mention, right? Now, the next point is, guys, data and testimonials. Yes, data and testimonials, they also provide evidence that your product works and is trusted by others. This builds credibility and reinforces your claims. How to execute? You can always show them relevant data to show the effectiveness of your product. For example, over 90% of our users report improved fitness within the first month. One user had to say, "This app has completely transformed how I work out. I'm fitter, healthier, and more motivated than ever." That is called data and testimonials, right? Then concentrate on address pain points. Now, these are the challenges your audience faces, and how will you provide them solutions? We know how it is to stay consistent with your fitness routine. That is why our app sends daily reminders and motivational tips to keep you on track, even on our busiest days. This is how you will address their pain points. Guys, understanding? Yes. Any doubts? Yeah. Now, when you are about to close the sale, summarize the benefits, right? You should be able to know what all the products, how that product will solve the customer's problem, and also create a lot of urgency by offering them bonuses and discounts, and directly ask the customer if we are ready to take the next step. This is how you will close the sale. Now comes the most important part. Yes, your body language you should be able to maintain an eye contact. Do not have shifty eyes. Use your hands to emphasize key points. Have your posture absolutely confident. Yes, if you're showing a presentation, remember your slide should be minimal but should have strong visual related to that product. And try to show things. Just don't talk. Give a practical demonstration of that. And focus on the key points. Do not add too many things. Just focus on the features and the benefits. Remember one very important thing, guys. These days, people don't have time. To try to use minimal time to explain it. Now, always keep your tone and your volume clear. There should be clarity, but there should be assertiveness and persuasiveness in delivery. Remember, generally, what are the pitfalls? Do not have too much of information. Focus on what the audience need. Don't diverge. And always have your notes ready. Just don't rely here. Rely on your notes. That is very important. Now, next comes the most important point, that is exploratory calls. So what are exploratory calls? Anyone? Yes, girls. What are yes, Neha. So exploratory calls is nothing but it's generally an initial contact that has been made by showing interest, such as making them, have a form submitted, an email, or a previous kind of an interaction. The purpose of the exploratory call is to dive deeper into the prospect's customers' needs and challenges and try to fit in your product or service there. This particular conversation is very focused on understanding and discovery rather than just making an introduction. How is it different from cold call? A cold call is typically a first contact with the potential customer. who has not expressed any kind of interest in your product. The primary goal is just to offer and understand the interest in that. In a cold call, you are often trying to capture the attention of someone. You may not expect a call. So your tone should be more attention grabbing and it should be more clear. Explanatory is already you're making a contact, you're trying to share with him more things. I'll just repeat it again. An exploratory calls generally takes place after some initial contact has been made so that we can take it further. But one call has been made over there. So generally the structure is an introduction, that is start the conversation on a positive note, clearly state the purpose of the call, and then set the agenda. For example, you can start off like this. Hi, this is whatever your name is from so-and-so company. How are you doing today? Purpose, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. The purpose of this call is to learn more about your current situation and explore whether there's an opportunity for us to assist you with this specific problem. Agenda, I would like to spend the next 20 to 30 minutes understanding your needs, sharing how we might be able to help, and discussing potential next steps. Does that sound good to you? Phrases, I will be handing over it to Avneet. You can use these kind of phrases over there when you're connecting with any prospective customer. For example, you can say, I appreciate you taking the time to chat today. My goal here is to understand your needs better and see if we are a good fit to see each other. I want to make sure this conversation is valuable for you, so feel free to ask any questions as we go along. So there are different kind of phrases, different kind of scripts which we have to keep in mind while interacting with the client. Is it clear to everyone? Guys, I can't hear you. I can't go further. Cool. Now, the next thing which is very important is establishing rapport, which is very important to build a connection with the customer, make them feel comfortable and open to sharing the information. For example, you can use, scripts like before we dive in, I noticed that something relevant to your business or LinkedIn profile. How is that going? I saw that you were there in that industrial event. How was your experience? So you can use words like it's always interesting to hear about, mention a common industry challenge or trend. What is your take on that? I notice you're based in so and so place. I've heard great things about that area. What is like working there? So this is how you can work on the rapport part, right? Then understanding the customer's needs. Remember, understand what exactly the customer challenges, goals, and current solutions we have to provide, and also understand what kind of pain points your product and services can address. For example, can you tell me a bit about your current situation with so and so products? What challenges are you facing in this area? How is this impacting your business? Could you elaborate on that? How long has been an issue? So yaad rakhna, actually basically se start mat karna. Concentrate on the correct words so that you get the correct answers to your queries. That is how you will use different kind of phrases for establishing rapport and understanding the customer's needs. Yes, guys, then it is very important to positioning your products and service, which is very important. Introduce your product and service as a potential solution. Align the benefits of your offering with customers' needs. For example, you can say, based on what you have shared, it sounds like that this particular product is a key issue. This particular challenge is a key issue. We have helped others in this situation. So one of our benefits of our product is so and so, and we deal with these kind of problems. So the phrases what you can use here is, what you mention aligns closely with what we have seen with other clients. Our product or service is designed to help you exactly with that. So make sure that your words are bang on. You have to be very, very clear with the phrases what you use. And the next point is handling objections. Yes. Yes, please.
Ma'am, you talked about phrases, so we have to be like these are the phrases which are used in the sales by the professionals.
Yes, more or less, yes. Because most of the times we should be very crisp and short with them using the words. Well, we
Okay.
cannot start with actually, basically, I wanted to say this.
Yeah.
So you have to be very short and crisp and very, very professional out there. So these are a few sentences, phrases which you can use. So I've
Yeah.
prepared a handout on that. I'll hand it over to Avneet. You can have it too.
Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
I can't put everything in the PPT, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm
Thank you.
just I'm just helping you with that.
Yeah.
So handling objections, yes, something that is also very, very important. So here you can always say that I understand you might be concerned about whatever things you have. It is a common concern, and I would like to happy to address it. And you here's how we handle that. You can, provide that kind of approach. So phrases, it's completely understandable to have questions about objections, how we typically address that. Ta ta ta. You can tell them that is a valid point. Let me explain it. How we have approached this with other customers. Blah blah blah. Explain it. The thing is, whatever the problem the customer is facing, you should be able to face it confidently. So your phrases should be ready. If you start using actually, ma'am, I wanted to tell you this. Basically, I wanted to tell you this. This is not a very strong approach. Your approach has to be strong, but assertive, but not rude. Remember that. Right, Pallavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The next is clear steps. Very important. It sounds like there is a potential for us to work together. I suggest we would set up a follow-up meeting to discuss this in more detail. Timeline, you can also say, would you be available next week to continue a conversation? Phrases based on our discussions. I think the next step would be so and so. Use stronger sentences. Then comes the closing part. That is when you're ending it. For example, thank you for your time today. I appreciate the opportunity to learn more about your business and discuss how we might be able to help. Phrases, it was great speaking with you. I'm excited about possibility of working on this together. This is how we have to concentrate on exploratory phrases and these kind of calls. Is it clear? Now, what are the additional tips? Remember, do not have any distractions. Pay close attention to what that person is saying. Be flexible. Don't be rigid. Try to understand the customer's point of view. Yes, we need to focus on building a trust also, just not making a sale, because we want this customer to be a long-term customer. For example, today I'm taking myself as a brand. Being a Teachers' Day, I've been getting a lot of messages. And not only the messages from my present students, but also students who have taken the sessions many, many years back. So that is something which is also based on trust. That is also important, building trust. And yes, keep referring to the notes. Documentation is very important. Make notes. That is your additional tips for exploratory calls. So this is what exactly the calls are all about. You can have a picture, clarity, and everything else. Take a picture, girls. Shall we move further? All right.
Ma'am, just wait. Just wait. Sarah, check my phone for now.
The next is what is called a product roadmap. It's a strategic plan that outlines and progress your product over time, right? So what is the purpose of the roadmap? It is long-term and short goals of that product, which is very, very, very important. Who are the key stakeholders involved in that, and what are the expectations? And how does the product fit into the overall business strategy? This is called your roadmap. The purpose is to get your scattered ideas totally strategic so that you will be able to face the customer in a very confident manner. That is called a product roadmap.
Ma'am, can you go for the previous slide?
Which one? This one?
Yes, this one. Thank you.
Yeah. So remember, it is very important to focus on research. As I said earlier, go and get direct feedback from the users. What do they prefer? How, what kind of, user behavior has analyzed that very well, and how the user interact with you after utilizing that product, right? So you have to do your user research very well for the roadmap, because ultimately at the end of the day, it is very important to focus on one thing. Anjali, you can't have the same product with the same features throughout so many years. You need to keep changing it according to the times and users preferences. So Kaizen and Kanban, you can write down these two words, Kaizen and Kanban. They play a very, very important role, that is keep improving it. Japanese really believe in this. They keep improving their technology a lot. So there is a car called Toyota.
Can you repeat it for me again?
Kaizen, Kaizan, and Kanban, Kanban.
What is the meaning then? Kaizen
Continuously improving.
needing to improve. Okay.
So there's a car called Toyota. There were times when most of the cars have been recalled back, earlier because of some problems in the car. For a company, when they have to recall a car, they spend a lot of money on that. So what did Toyota did? They started putting those, like, when you have it in your trains, chains in the factory. So wherever they used to see any kind of defect in any part of the car, they used to pull that chain. And then they used to work on that, finish it, and then move on to the next. So this is how they worked on improving themselves. Yes, the next point is product vision and strategy. It's very important to understand how does your product differentiate itself from competitors, what is the unique value it has, and how will you measure the success of your product. This will help you the foundation of your roadmap, and it will help you to further strategize your product. And when you are able to understand how does it work, it will give you a better insight that your product is standing out here, right? That is very, very important. Now, this is the way you can understand audience research and how you can make a kind of a blackboard, whiteboard, whatever you care. And okay, how does your audience research? After based on that, where is your product standing? You can make a whiteboard like this. Now, after that, you can break your roadmap into two parts. One is short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. Features or improvements to be delivered immediately. What are the key points? And what are the strategic objectives you want to achieve by next year? So this way you can break goals of your product. Yes, remember, it has to evolve.
Ma'am,
Involvement is very, very important out here. And keep doing progress, assess progress, keep gathering feedback, and keep getting those changes, adapt to new changes. This has to evolve. It cannot be static. It keeps changing. Remember, long-term goals are the ones which change the lot, depending on economic meltdown. Maybe that particular product is not doing that well. The competitor's product is doing well. So there are a lot of issues based on it. So remember, these three plays a very, very important role in your strategizing. Yes, somebody wanted to ask me a question.
I wanted to ask you about the product roadmap which you showed. Can you give an example of that with the
See,
product?
iPhone.
Okay.
When you see an iPhone,
Hmm.
the products of Samsung, they give you better camera quality. iPhone has evolved in that. Now, if you see the latest models, they are focusing on better camera quality, which was not there earlier. They were not focused on the size of the product.
Mm.
Nowadays, user prefers a bigger phone.
Mm.
Now they have come up with a humongous size, 6.7. Earlier,
Mm.
it was not that big. This is how they evolve.
Okay.
Evolvement is very important, right, Pallavi?
Yeah. So this evolvement takes place by the reviews of the customers.
Customers, the user's preference, what they prefer. They
Oh.
keep bank on that. तभी तो फिर नया
Mm.
नया फोन जब आता है उसमें थोड़ा थोड़ा cosmetic features आ जाते हैं, then they present it. We are all
Mm-hmm.
happy and gaga over it, aren't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah. 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 Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome. Yes. So remember, it is your research. Understand the what is your goal of yours, what is the user preferences, products, features, and benefits, and keep looking for case studies to provide evidence and keep customizing your proposal based on that. That is very, very important. Now, guys, example. For example, a CRM tool for a growing startup. A technical startup experiences rapid growth, struggling to manage customer relationship and scale their sales process. You will first, what is the prospect's goal? Scale the sales process to handle an increasing number of leads without compromising customers' experience, improve customer retention, increase conversion rates. So what will you offer? A CRM tool. This particular tool, automated lead scoring and nurturing, it helps the startup prioritizing high quality leads and engage them at the right time. Feature, it has integrated communication tool, email, chat, and phone. Benefit, it enables the sales teams to manage all the customer interactions in one place. So, and what is the feature? Advanced analytics and reporting. Benefits, it provides insights into customers' behavior and sales performance, helping the startup make data-driven decisions to improve retention. The problem was, ye problem tha, we offered them a CRM tool with these features. This is how we will address a prospect's problem. Now, there's another example. I will give you one more. Yes. Now, next is artificial intelligence. Now, guys, anybody can tell me what is artificial intelligence? Anjali.
Yeah, I think, ma'am, it's a matlab robotic type of thing which tells each and everything through them. Means today generation use very much AI.
Yes.
It's in software.
Yes. Nowadays, what is happening is that everything is becoming quite evolved, right? So, what is artificial intelligence, right? It is a kind of a sales pitching which is using an analytics. It is using different kind of technologies to improve your efficiency in sales presentations and communications, right? So the goal is to create highly created pitches that are tailored to a specific needs, preferences, and behaviors of prospects, thereby increasing likelihood of closing the deals, because that is all focused on analyzing the customer preferences and producing a pitch that will definitely be liked by the customer. That is called sales pitching using artificial intelligence. Yes, the evolution of technology has become so big that they are utilizing that very well. So how does it work? An AI algorithm analyzes data from various sources such as CRM, social media, and past interaction to create detailed profile of prospects. This data includes your demographic information, past purchasing behavior, interests, and pain points. For example, Instagram. I am very fond of looking at some kind, I'm giving an example, jewelry, silver jewelry. And I've been purchasing a few from any job portals. Based on whatever I'm buying, they're analyzing that and they start showing me more of those. And when they start showing me, I say, this is very nice. This is quite affordable. I need to buy this. This is how they are able to get more sales. This is how AI has started pitching in. right? So most of the tools like Copy AI and Prasado, they generally help you to, generalize, personalize content for emails and other pitch materials. So this is how it works. First is personalization through AI. Now, the other thing which is very important is predictive analytics. AI analyze historical sales data to identify patterns and predict future outcomes. This includes what type of customers are most likely to make a purchase, what time of year, and most likely to buy, and what factors influence their decision-making process. That is called predictive analytics. That also plays a very, very important role. Then it is AI-powered speech and language analytics. For example, it focuses on analyzing and optimizing the speech patterns. Gong, Chorus, Cogito, they record sales calls to assess how we are speaking, our tone, our word choice, and sentiments. And then they help us to refine it for future pitches. So this is how AI provide you real-time feedback during a pitch. कि इस बार तुम्हारी pitch ठीक नहीं थी. There was something wrong with it. So you better improve and refine it like this. So this is how AI helps you to improve your speech and language for the pitches. Yes. The next one is enhancing visual presentations. Yes. Now they are earlier we used to use PowerPoint. Nowadays we are using Canva, Presai, or Beautiful AI to make your presentations better. Sorry, I don't know where I went. Yeah. The next one is social proof and testimonials. Yes. It provides you the most impactful testimonials, case studies during a pitch. For example, it can analyze a customer feedback case studies to mention the most relevant and persuasive testimonials for a specific prospect, right? Practical examples are AI can match testimonials to specify prospect profiles, ensuring that the social proof presented is highly relevant. For example, if a person is in the healthcare industry, the AI might suggest a testimonial from another healthcare client, right? So yes, the AI is able to understand what a customer needs. And remember, guys, very, very important thing, your phone listens to you. Whatever you are thinking of, that particular thing comes over there. So yes, AI is ruling our lives in a very strong way. Then yes, AI is also focusing on a lot of follow-up communications. Like they can, send you those follow-up mails based on a customer's behavior and responses during the pitch. And these tools can help you to further reach out to you. For example, after a pitch, personalized follow-up mails can be given. For example, AI can generate a follow-up email that reiterates key points discussed and provides additional resources or answers to questions raised by the prospect. So remember, AI has started playing a very, very important role in our lives. Girls, be technically strong also. That is very, very important. Because until and unless you are not technically strong, you will not be able to use most of the solutions which are being provided by so many companies, right? So yes, most of the companies, they are very transparent about the use of AI in the sale process, so that they are not infringing any customer privacy or any biased outcomes. Girls, please take this point. AI is being used for more transparency. It also helps ensure that all user data used by AI is handled securely and in compliance with relevant regulations. Bias mitigation, regularly audit AI algorithms to ensure they are not being biased. So this is how AI works in this particular pitching. अंजलि बहुत लंबा हो गया आज, बहुत पढ़ाई करी आज.
वही बोलने जा रही थी मैम, इट्स टू लॉन्ग एंड टू लेंथी.
आज थोड़ा लंबी हो गया because I was explaining you those scripts and everything. तो वो मैं आज आपको हैंड आउट कर दूंगी so that you can go through it once again.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. It's
And
really helpful for us.
those scripts and phrases,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. And it will also help you to read, because they've got a lot of examples in that. You can go through it once
Yep,
again.
sure.
Yes.
You are tired, ma'am.
Not at all. Not at
Oh,
all. I
yeah,
can go
what I
on
read.
and on.
Okay, very good, ma'am.
मुझे था कि you guys have got tired.
मैम, वी आर नॉट इन द प्रोसेस ना, हम लोग खाली बैठे रहते हैं इस वजह से.
नहीं, आज थोड़ा सा वो phrases वगैरह explain करना जरूरी था. वो
Yes,
point
ma'am.
थोड़ा सा new था.
Mhm.
I thought I'll take some time on that. But I will share this handout.
पेटेंट क्रिटिकल से मैम आइडियाज हुआ कि इतना कुछ भी है जानने को,
हाँ,
ये चीजें हैं.
मैं आप लोगों के साथ ये शेयर जरूर करूंगी. आप पढ़ लेना एक बार.
बिल्कुल
that
मैम,
is-
सही है.
I have this document with me. I'll share it with you today. All those phrases and everything.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
No worries, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session, or it was a boring one.
No, ma'am. It's
We
both were
enjoyed
there.
it.
I mean, it's sometimes it's like boring and sometimes very energetic and enjoying. I'm personally enjoy it.
Me
I'm
too.
glad. Right, glad. Manisha, what about you, Bhavna?
Very informative.
I'm glad. But did you understand everything?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, इसके अलावा, guys, know your CRM tools very well. Know different kind of tools, which are these days very important for sales pitch. You should not be totally relying on yourself. Rely on these tools. Why you want to take so much of pains?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Ma'am, where we got these tools means in AI only.
हाँ, आप जाओ अपने लैपटॉप में कहीं ना कहीं मिलेगा. And I'll share with you. There are few places wherein you can go and download it.
Yeah, ma'am. Please share it with us.
Ma'am,
we
which
can download
tools?
it.
CRM and everything.
Okay.
I'm saying that
Ma'am, is it available like on individual basis? Because
So
I've
every
heard
company
like
has
it is
its
a
own
company
software.
has.
Every
Yes,
company
ma'am.
has its own software. So
Yes, yes.
yes.
Ma'am, in WhatsApp there is Meta. Meta is an AI
Yes.
tool only.
Meta. Yes, Meta
It
AI.
will help
Yeah.
or not? Ma'am?
It does help a lot. It helps you to rephrase the sentences. It helps you to, look for the right word. But I haven't used it personally. Trust me, Sneha, मैंने को use नहीं किया, because sometimes what happens that I use the keywords. कहीं पर मुझे लगता है spelling mistake, I just click onto it and I get the right spelling. I haven't used Meta yet, honestly. I haven't.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask like how to do that assignments because assignments has 4-5 questions for a single situation.
Avneet will guide you on that. No,
Okay, ma'am.
because I'm not aware of those questions.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Anjali, I will also share with you 1P, 3P ka na. A small handout on that. You can read it. I'll put it in that similar Word document.
definitely, ma'am. Please, I
I'll
will be looking for that, ma'am.
No worries. So,
Okay.
okay. Avneet, are you there? Avneet?
Yeah, hi. Thank you.
I know. There's a network issue from your
Hello.
side.
Yeah. Okay, ladies. I guess a great handouts have been promised to you, and I shall be sharing the same as I receive them. So allow us some time, and allow Kaval also to work whatever she wants to put it, and decide. And yeah, that's all for today.